Hi, I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my playthrough of The Lost Ruins of Arnak. We're doing a solo playthrough. This is the last turn of chapter 3. We have to make it all the way to the top up there, get that 11-point tablet to be able to win the game. I have no idea if we're going to make it. I think things are going to be tight. But let's get right to it and draw our hand of 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These come back over here. What did we get? We got Cleansing Cauldron. Awesome. We have the Watch, we have Exploration, we have Fear, and we have the Machete. That is awesome. But as is usual, for turn 5, the rival always goes first. So he starts off by going to an arrow site. And the highest arrow site will be this one with 2 cars. And we really needed that one because we need 3 tablets, which we have over here. We're going to need 2 timed or compasses, which we have over there. And so what are we short? We need 2 gold, we need 2 arrowheads, and we need 2 rubies. And this one would have given us 2 arrowheads. I have no idea how we're going to accomplish this. So let's get into it. I am going to do a free action and spend this boot to get an arrowhead. So there's one of our 2 arrowheads. And then for my action, I'm actually going to play this card over here. I'm going to pay one of our many extra, you know what? I'm going to pay it by tapping this guy. That gives me a tablet and I can use this one and I get to draw a card and trash a card. I'm going to trash this Fear card and let's see what we get over here. Another Fear card. Back over to the rival, and the rival will go up on the board and trash the highest stack on the right, which will be this one right there. Back over to us. I'm going to play as a free action this Watch to give us 2 time. And as our action this turn, I am going to go up here and I'm paying 1 tablet, 1 arrowhead, and 1 gold. And we're going to get a time marker or a compass as a reward. All right, I'm back. I had to let the dog out. Back over to the rival. And the rival is going to buy the least expensive or the least valuable. Well, there's only one. The last item over here for 1 point. This comes back down. And it is over to us. So we need a ruby. We can come over here to get 1 ruby. And we have 2 sites where we can get a second ruby. I think we might make it with the rubies. So let me go ahead and play this one as a boot to come down here to discard this card so that we can get a ruby. Back over to the rival. The rival goes and defeats no guardians to defeat, and this is turn 5, so nothing actually happens. So back over to us. We're going to pay 1 compass, 1 gold, and 1 ruby. And we make it over here. We beat the rival and we get to choose one of these. So we either get an upgrade. That gets us our second arrow. So we're going to take the upgrade right away. Use it to upgrade one of these tablets. Tablets upgrade into arrowheads. So let's review what we have up there. We need an arrowhead and a compass. We're going to need a gem. And we need 2 gold. 2 tablets and a gold. So we are missing the gem. We're missing the gem and a gold, and we have in our hand 2 time. And there's nothing to give us a gem and a gold over here. I don't know. Maybe we can buy one of those that gives us a gold. We'll have to see. Anyways, back to the rival. We'll one thing at a time. The rival goes to a gold site, which will be the leftmost gold site, which will be, oh, actually the highest one is this one over there. And actually that's my worker. There we go. Back over to us. So we only have this one over here. If we're going to travel with our worker, we're going to have to spend this one over here, and it is a car. All right, I do not think that there is any way that I can complete the goal of getting the 11-point tile. So I will do the best that I can. So what I'm going to do is the best I can do is to get a 6-point tile from over there. And for that, I'm going to have to come to one of these two sites over here. So let's go ahead and play this one for the car. And we're going to bring our guy over here. We're going to get a fear card. That's going to lose us 1 point. We're going to get a time, and we're going to get a ruby. Back over to the rival. And the rival gets the least expensive leftmost artifact, which will be this one right there. Back over to us. Well, we don't even have a gold. But anyways, we have a gem, an arrow, and a compass, and that will get us the 6.1 up here. Back over to the rival. And this is turn 5, nothing happens. Back over to us. I mean, we might as well spend these two over here to buy this card over here. This one says research with a discount of either an arrow or 2 tablets. So we're going to research down here for a discount of an arrow. And we're going to pay 1 tablet to come up there. And we're going to get a helper. So I'm going to go get this one over here. And I'm going to immediately tap them to get rid of a fear card. At least that gives us a point. Back over to the rival. The rival goes to a gem site, which will be this one over here. Back over to us. We don't have anything else that we can do. We have no cards in our hand, nothing else. It's a shame the last helper that they got rid of would have been this one. And this one had the possibility of getting a gem. But that is it. I think we can't do anything else. We have no gold. We have to pass. So over to the rival. The rival goes to a tablet site. It really is a moot thing now. They go to the leftmost site, which is here. And then they go to this site over here. And that ends the game. So I really don't know. We didn't achieve the goal of getting the 11 points there. So let's go to scoring over here. It says, score 2 points, 2 extra points for claiming your first 6-pointer. Well, we do score an extra points because we got our first one there. Score an additional 5 points for claiming your second 6-point tile. We did not get a second 6-point tile. Score 4 points if you have only 1 or 0 fear cards in your deck at the end of the game. Well, just in the hand here we have 1, and I am sure we have more over here. That's 2, so yeah, we don't make it for that one. You receive no points for the 6 guardians, which I've set aside over here off camera. We don't win the game because we're supposed to get that 11-point tile. So the rival is one, but we might still win in points. So let's go see and count. We're at 23 plus 1 is 24. So let me go ahead and give me 24 points. And the rival is at 16. Next, for tiles, we have a 6-point tile. And the rival has none. Now, for idols, we only have the 10 points that are here. Because we didn't get any idols, so we got the basic 10 points. And they have 1, 2, 3, that's 9. Plus another 4 is 13. Whoops, wrong spot. And next for Guardians, they get 10. They defeated 2. And now let's count our cards. I will take out my fear cards and separate them because the game tabulates them separately. We were actually close because we only have 2 fear cards. 0 or 1. If we would have gotten rid of 1 more fear card, we might have gotten that bonus. But anyways, let's go ahead and calculate our points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 and 2 fear cards. So we get 14 points. And 2 fear cards, putting us at 52 points. Let's go ahead and count the rival. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 points for the rival. putting them at 51 points. This was a even closer game. We won chapter 1 by 3 points. We won chapter 2 by 2 points. We actually lost chapter 3 because we didn't get the 11-point tile up there. However, we still are ahead by 1 point. And here is the conclusion. It says, when we found Professor Kutil, he was in poor condition. He looked haggard and was wounded from a clash with a guardian. We tended his wounds as best as we could. As soon as he was able to talk, we finally got the full account of what happened to his expedition. At first, everything was going well, and they made good progress exploring the island. However, as they ventured further inland, a terrific beast ambushed their camp. Their plane was damaged from the attack, and the creature made off with one of the professor's companions. After looking for them to no avail, the professor had presumed the missing person dead. So you can imagine the joy in his eyes when he saw his friend with us alive and well. But soon his gaze darkened with worry, and he admitted in a shaky voice that he needed our help finding someone else as well. He had another companion, a friend who had got trapped inside a fascinating and dangerous place called the Temple of Tides. Unable to open the blocked passage to free him, the professor set off on a quest to find a secret entrance to the temple, which was the very reason he decided to travel here and braved these ominous tunnels. But now, when he finally found out the location of the hidden entrance, his injuries prevented him from attempting the rescue himself. Rewards. If you successfully finish this chapter, we did not. You will start the next chapter with 1 face-down idol on your board. You will also start with 1 extra artifact on the bottom of your deck. If you fulfilled the goals with the scenario with the stone key card, we did not. If you fulfilled one of the achievements, we did. You may instead keep one of the artifact cards from your deck, provided it costs 3 compasses or less. If you fulfilled multiple achievements, we did not. You may instead keep any artifact from yours or your rival's deck. So we get the second one. We fulfilled one of the achievements, so we do get this one because it says also fulfilled. So we get to look at one of our artifacts that we get to choose as long as it has a value of 3 or less. Additionally, choose one of the assistants you finish this chapter with to accompany you in the next chapter. Please make a note of which one rewards you choose so you can start the next chapter. So let's go ahead and keep this assistant, which lets us trash a card. And let's look at our artifacts here. We have 4 artifacts that we bought. We can keep any one that costs 3 or less, so we can't keep that one. So let's see. We can research with a discount of an arrow or 2 tablets. We can research with a discount of 1 gem, or we can draw a card and trash a card. I like the flexibility of this one. We need arrows, and well, I don't know if the next map will be this one or it'll most likely be the other map. But anyways, let's go ahead and pick this one as our card that we're going to take to the next game. Well, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. You'll have to join me next Monday for the beginning of the final chapter of the solo campaign of the Lost Ruins of Arnak. So the game is very, very close. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click on my logo over here to subscribe. And here is a video that might be of interest to you, as well as a playlist of other playthroughs on my channel. And I'll see you next Monday for turn 1 of chapter 4 for the Lost Ruins of Arnak. Thanks for watching.